What is happening, everyone? I'm back. It's been a couple of weeks being on holiday with my family. Ended up getting stuck in the Maldives as well because of what's going on in the Middle East. It only happened to me that World War III starting while I'm away. So I was stuck in the Maldives for a couple of extra days, but I'm back now. It's now Monday morning. So obviously the UFC's been on the weekend. As I say, we normally watch it Sunday morning, so I don't have any results, but luckily enough, it's Monday morning and I only know one result. And that's I know Charles wins, but I've heard it's a bore fest. We're going to give it a watch, see what it's like anyway. Don't know the rest of the fights on the card. But big developments, the White House card got announced. We'll have a little look through the card, go from the bottom to top. Lopez versus Garcia, I think that's a very good fight. Both of them come to bang. Garcia's got a big step up. Lopez has fought for the title twice. Whenever I see Lopez, I'm always cool with him. I think Lopez wins this fight, to be honest. You never know what can happen on the night, but I do think Lopez takes that one. I think it's a good fight as well. Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dorcas. Don't know too much about them. I've watched them both, but I don't know what. I know Bo Nickel's a very good wrestler, and I know Dorcas has got knockout power and he can grapple. I think everyone will probably side with Nickel on that one. Nickel versus Colby would have been a good one, to be honest, because they've had a bit of beef, haven't they? They've been going back and forth a little bit. Seeing Colby get beat at the White House would have been hilarious. The fact it's only a 6-fight card is a bit mad. I don't think anyone saw that coming. Ruffy versus Chandler, my division. It's not the fight Chandler wanted, like, you know what I mean? He wanted McGregor, but he wins this fight. He's right back up there in the top 10, isn't he? It's a nice fight for Mankill Chandler. It's a good fight for Ruffy to add another legend to his resume. That's a good scrap, to be honest. That could go either way. But I think Ruffy probably takes it with youth. And then this one surprised me. O'Malley versus Harvey. I thought O'Malley would have fought someone like, I don't know, Umar or Sandagan, something like that. But, you know, Zahabi's on like, is he on like an 8-fight win streak or something like that? He's on a big win streak, I know that. Beat a lot of people that no one expects him to beat, so it wouldn't surprise me if he comes in and beats O'Malley, just because no one expects him to. But O'Malley could keep that long, keep it rangy, and do what he done strong dong. And then co-main event title fight, interim heavyweight title, Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. We all saw this coming a little bit, didn't we? Don't know if I saw it coming on the White House card, but Tom having his eye surgery and stuff like that, and he's going to be out for a bit. I thought he might make an interim title, and obviously Gane, the man who he was fighting last, and then Alex Pereira coming up from light heavyweights to try and become the first 3-weight world champion in the UFC. That'll be a scrap. They both stand, they both bang. It'll just be, can Pereira cope with the big size difference, the big step up in size. I think he's probably a cleaner striker than Gane with more power, but will that translate all the way up to heavyweight is the big question. And then my two mates in the main event, Ilya versus Justin. Ilya did say he was going to come back around this time, so June, perfect for him. And obviously Justin Gagey said himself when he was fighting me, he wants to beat me and then go on to fight on the White House. And he's done it, you know what I mean? That's off to him. He said he was going to do that. That's a scrap, you know what I mean? They're going to come out and they're going to try and take each other's heads off. But everyone's already counting Gagey out, and we've already learned you can't do that. I don't know, I've got a sneaky suspicion that Gagey might pull off an upset here and surprise everyone. But as you know, it's a fight. It's a fist fight. It can go either way. Anyone could beat anyone. In the White House, he's probably going to have a little bit more motivation to go out there and win because it's in front of his presidents in his home country. We'll have to see how that one plays out, because obviously it's big implications for the rest of the division. I'm obviously going to be watching that. I'll have my eye on that, but I'm going to be focused on whoever I get to fight next, and hopefully I'm going to find out the next few weeks when my next fight will be. And hopefully it's around that time. Hopefully it's around June, July. Yeah, let's get into these fights then. Let's see what happened at UFC 326. As I said, I have no idea what happened on the rest of the main card. I just know I haven't even seen any clips of the title fight. I just know that Charles wins. Let's see what the card was like. This Gregory Rodriguez is a beast though, isn't he? I remember he had an absolute war with Chris Duncan, didn't he? I can remember being there when he finished Jack Manson, lad. That was one of the scariest finishes I've seen in a long time, lad. Like, he dropped him and then it was like the most unnecessary shot ever, what he hit him with afterwards. But obviously you fight until the ref pulls you off. See, I didn't know that, so it's a rematch. And this Ferreira knocked him out. Never knew that. Did that Ferreira fight Vettori last? Yeah, he beat Vettori on decision. It's mad how big he looks compared to him there. That Rodriguez looks massive compared to him. If he's already been knocked out by this Ferreira, he's going to want to fucking bite down on his gummy and put it on him, lad, because this Rodriguez can bang. Hasn't threw a strike yet, has he, 40 seconds in? Just landed a nice right hand there, that Ferreira, like right over the top. Is that what he knocked him out with last time? Oh! The first right hand he threw, put him a kip. Literally one shot straight down the middle. I think that was the first right hand he threw, lad. He threw a teep, he threw a left hook, and then that one right hand straight down the middle. Didn't even hit him again, lad. Could have hit him again, like he hit Jack Manson again. Didn't follow up there, lad, when he's beaten before, but then followed up with the nauseous shot on Jack Manson. Yeah, Manson was snoring, lad, for air. I was still like looking at him moving. I'm shocked. Yeah, he must have got a bit of backlash for that. That's why he never hit him there. Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. I remember a couple of years ago, everyone always used to say I could end up fighting Drew Dober, but then he had a bit of a skid, didn't he? But everyone always says Drew Dober always looks better against black fighters. It doesn't mean he's a racist if he... It's mad, lad. You can't say he's a racist because of that, just because it's better performances have been against black people. That's just weird. Johnson, considering his age though, he is still so fast. Then they say that's one of the first things you lose, and they say your last thing you lose your power, but you lose your speed. But Johnson, even his last few fights, he's looked proper fast. Who do you reckon won that first round? They were both catching each other, really. And then Drew Dober was coming forward, but Johnson hit him with the bigger shots, didn't he? Southpaw versus Southpaw as well, I just got on that. Look how thick Dober's calves are compared to Michael Johnson's, lad. They're swinging here like Hardy, they're both trying to take each other's heads off. Oh! Lovely left hand, right hand up pipe, mate. Perfect shot, lad. Hook backhand. It is mad, he's the all-time knockout leader at lightweight, like. But he's always fought at lightweight, hasn't he? He's never went down to feather or moved up to welter. He's always fought at lightweight. So, main event time. As I say, I actually know who wins this fight, but we'll give it a watch anyway. I've actually seen people saying it was a proper snooze fest, and it was that boring that Charles should be stripped of his title. But it's my division to fight that I'll need to watch. I could end up fighting one of these, so let's see how it unfolds. Started off as a fucking nice fight there, 30 seconds in, takedown. Just controlling him on his back there. He's half going for the choke, but not. It looks like it's like half under. Max is probably just thinking here, first round, let's just survive this. I can get up second round and I can try and knock him out. When Charles gets to these positions though, he goes into jiu-jitsu mode, doesn't he? And just goes for submissions and doesn't try and strike. Holloway just smiling there. But Charles has had control there for like 4 minutes, but only landed about 6 shots. Yeah, too easy for that takedown. Like, see there, Charles is just holding him. He should try and hit him. Just going for control over damage. Oh yeah, he's going for the choke now. Oh yeah, he's going to body triangle him here. This is better from Charles though, putting it on him more when he's on his back. Max has never really fought a grappler at lightweight, has he? So this could be a realisation for him. I don't know, could he even make 145 now as he put a bit of size on, but it doesn't look like he has here, because he's getting manhandled. Like fighters like Gamrot will be looking at this like, if Charles could do this to him, I can. The two people that Max has fought at lightweight before this, Poirier and Gagey, would just strike with him. And Max is one of the best strikers in the UFC. I think his striking's brilliant. No, that's not a 10-8, that like regular 10-9 round. Max needs to just box, keep him away, because whenever he's kicking, Oliveira's using it to take him down. Not to take down. After beating Max like this though, for Charles, if Gagey wins, Gagey said himself he wants to fight Oliveira and Max again, hasn't he? Charles, if Gagey wins, he'll probably get the next title shot, lad. Do you know what I mean? That though, their ground strikes 35 and 10 minutes of control time. Should be trying to hit him a bit more than that. It's like 3 strikes a minute. Nice by Max getting back to half guard. Crowd starting to boo. 3 rounds to nothing there, like, easily. Yeah, he looks a little bit deflated in the corner, like, doesn't he? No answers for the grappling there, like Charles showing levels when it comes to grappling. The thing with Max as well, though, he's not known for his knockout power, is he? Like, he's more of putting damage on you for rounds and then TKOing you, and he needs a knockout of you. No, I understand what people are saying. It's not very BMF, like, that's right, but at the same time, any way to win. I should have done more of this against Gagey. I'd love to fight Charles though. Everyone goes on about his grappling. Everyone thinks it's levels above man, and I know it isn't. If I fought Charles, we'd probably end up having a war on the feet. Charles' resume is heavy, like. Just controlling him here though, isn't he, lad? Not letting Max breathe. Nice shoulder pressure there. Yeah, Lenny's getting involved. You watching the fight, Len? You watching the fight, or you just want to cuddle? Just want to cuddle like Charles is against Max here. See, that was a nice elbow by Charles. I'll be honest though, with it being a BMF fight, I actually didn't see this coming. I thought Charles, I know obviously it's the smart thing for Charles to do to just take him down, but I thought he would come out and try and bang with him on the feet. 15 minutes of control time in 19 minutes. You can see why this would be boring for fans though. It's different this with Charles as well though, because he's already got a loss to Max. So he wants to get that one back. People said Kamzat versus DDP was boring, and this is a similar fight, isn't it? From someone of my standpoint, it's very impressive that he can just take Max down that easy and console him that easy, but for fans watching, 5th round, Max needs a knockout. Defended that takedown. Oh, Max is on top. Should be elbowing there with that left arm. Elbow, elbow, elbow. While Charles' arms are connected underneath him. I just don't understand why he's not elbowing him. And then Charles is back up, and he's going to be the one hunting the takedown. Watching Lenny's more entertaining in this round. To be honest, it looked like Charles was landing better shots on the feet as well. I'm surprised they haven't been stood up though. Yeah, a little 5 seconds left. had a scrap, dominant performance. I can understand why people were moaning about it, like, people say you're a BMF title fight, you expect more striking, but as I've seen other people saying, that's very BMF, like going out there and dominating someone for 25 rounds like he did, 25 full minutes. You've got to win. That's the name of the game, winning. I probably should have tried to do that more in my last fight, get 21 minutes of ground control, but instead I stood there and tried to bang it out. You can't really moan at Charles for doing that, because Charles is more of a grappler. I was saying before, this fight could end up fighting one of these two next, and I still could, you never know. We'll have to see what happens with my career and see who I end up fighting next. Two very good wins after getting knocked out by Topuria, like submitting Gamrot with ease and then dominating Max. One positive I'm taking from this is my fight is still definitely fight of the year so far. Drew Dober got a boss knockout. That Rodriguez got his win back against Ferreira. They were two great finishes. My boy Cody Garbrandt got the win as well, which is nice to see Cody winning. Rosas Jr. got a good win. Kai Barayo puts himself right back up there in the middleweight division. And then Charles has just done the same with that win. Big development in the lightweight division. Being an even bigger one when I get a fight booked. You know the score, people. Like, comment, subscribe. Busy couple of weeks coming up. Saturday we've got Cage Warriors, 5 lads fighting. The week later we've got UFC London, Luke and Shem both fighting. Yeah, we'll have some stuff coming up the next few weeks. See you there.